to start my rolling ball of skeletal death, I picked up these bones, okay? Appropriate for the project, right? And what I'm going to do is cut these up. So I just use a wire cutter and just cut them into little pieces, and you'll see how we're going to use those in the project in just a minute. So here I just have a styrofoam ball, and you can really use any size ball depending on the project you wanted, like how big you wanted the ball. But I'm just going to use TP and just start wrapping the ball, right? And I'm just going to spray it with water. This is just regular water. And as I spray it and wet it, I'm going to kind of smush it down, cover up the whole ball. You want a couple layers on here. And that covers up the texture as well as it gives it kind of a lumpy surface, right? Which is kind of what I'm going for with this project. It'd also give it a hard shell, right? So just kind of mush it down when I'm satisfied. Just use my 50% water, 50% white glue, and just spray the ball down. And I'll let it dry. And a fan can really facilitate this, so I highly recommend picking one up or using one. Here you go. You see our ball is really hardened up there, ready to go. I'm going to use my glue gun and just squirt little dabs of glue on there and just drag the nozzle through those. I'm trying to get like a texture, like a kind of a lumps of bone, like a sharding bone texture on the surface, and just drag the hot glue nozzle on the surface, and you can get that really nice texture going on there. I really like what's going on there. Then what I did is just started gluing these skeleton pieces to the surface and kind of mixing them in with the rest of the texture I have on there. Once I got all the skeletons glued on there, I'm just going to start adding little dabs of glue here, kind of bones that are sticking out of the surface of this ball of bones. I then just spray painted the whole thing black, and after that was dry, I painted it with a burnt umber, and I want to get a dark brown going on there. I then just dry brushed the ball with a little bit of ivory white, and if you're not familiar with dry brushing, you just paint off the brush and then just kind of drag the brush over the surface, right? Now the last step, I add a little bit of golden brown, which gives a little bit of age to these bones, I think. So there we go. Let's hit the table and take a look at this cool rolling ball of skeletal death. So here we have our setup, a long hall that the players enter, right? And they see there's two alcoves, and maybe they're not sure they're pits yet or not. But yeah, so the players enter, and then they hear a noise behind them, and maybe there's a hole in the ceiling, and this ball of bone drops out, smashes into the floor, and there's an incline. There's a they realize there's a slight incline. The ball starts rolling after them. It's grasping and grabbing with all these skeletons in it. It's just all bone, and they have a choice. They can either try to outrun this thing or jump in these pits, right? So that's a really fun choice for these players. It could be worse in the pits, or do they take their chances with this giant, horrible, grasping skeleton ball? So yeah, that's a fun little encounter you can do with this. And I think the texture came out great, and we just added some extra skeletons on there for, to define it. And actually the rubber of the bone skeletons really works for this, so they don't break off. They're flexible. Really nice. Hope you guys enjoyed the project. Hey friends and fellow crafters, I hope you enjoy these vids as much as I enjoy making them for you. If you want to get more involved in the craft, subscribe. Also check out my Patreon. I've got extra content on there, as well as a super secret Scotty Facebook group that you can join. Check out these other videos for more fun crafts. And if you want to help out a little more, you can check out my links below. They're affiliated links, and it gives me a little bit of a kickback, right? And that helps me to make these videos and get more materials and stuff to try it out to show you guys. So you guys take care, have fun, go forth and craft.